Good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel Pochem Academy. Now here in this video I will discuss about atomic structure of class 7 ICSE. Now in previous videos I have already discussed about atomic structure. You have seen. Now here I will do the last class of this chapter. That means will be according to the ICSE class 7. Okay. Now you know about the atom. That means atoms are the indivisible, non-independent particle of smallest particle of an element, and it cannot be destroyed also and it cannot be created also. Okay, and atoms are not stable in nature, so they will tend to bind to with other element of same element, other atom of same element or different element to form the molecule. Okay, so normally one nitrogen atom will bind with another nitrogen atom to form into molecule. Now when it forms a molecule, it is stable, but here this nitrogen is not stable. It is an atom, it is not stable. Okay, now this nitrogen is an atom of nitrogen and this nitrogen also atom of nitrogen to form a nitrogen molecule. That means these atoms are same, but when two oxygen atom and one hydrogen atom, that means O2 plus H2, two oxygen atom, one hydrogen atom, okay, combined together they will form a water, and you can say this is a compound. Okay, now normally atoms are the smallest indivisible particle of the element and molecules are the smallest particle of the compound. Okay, and we have learned something about the structure of atom. That means atom contains electron, proton and neutron. Electron is negatively charged, proton is positively charged, and neutron is neutral in nature. Now while discussing about the atoms, we have already also discussed about the ions, I think. So here we'll discuss about the valency and about the ions. Okay, now valency means the number of electron released or accepted by an atom, okay, to get stable, that is the valency of that atom. Okay, and for metal, if that element is metal, that atom is the element of a metal. Okay, that means if the element is metal, its valency will be positive, and if the element is non-metal, its valency will be negative. Okay, so the number of electron released normally for metal, the number of electron released by a metal, it is the valency of that metal, and metal will show the positive valency. Okay, and non-metal will show the negative valency. Okay, non-metal will show the negative valency because non-metal will accept the electron to get stable, and after that it will show the valency. Okay, so non-metal, for non-metal, the number of electron released by a non-metal, accepted by a non-metal is the valency of that non-metal, and non-metal having negative valency, non-metals having negative valency. Okay, so they are having negative valency. Okay, understood. Now I'll give some example of the non-metals which have the their valences and their charges. Okay, like chlorine is a non-metal, its valency is -1, and it will form a ion which is Cl-, and again bromine will form, the charge of bromine will be -1, it will form a -1 charge, and it will form an ion which is called Br-. Now before the writing of this chart, I am to tell you about the ions. Okay, just let me say about the ions. Actually ions are two types, one is cation and another one is anion. Now cation ions what? When an atom release one electron or accept one electron, it will form a species. That species will be called as an ion. Okay, that means ions are the charged species. Ions are the charged species. Now how ion will form? Metal or element will release electron or gain electron to form the ions. Element will release electron or gain electron to form ions. Okay, element will release electron or gain electron to form the. Okay, so ions are two types, a cation and anion. So whenever an atom release one electron or gain one electron, it will form an ion. Okay, now cations are the positively charged species. It can be divided. If the ion contain positive charge, that will be cation, and if the ion contain negatively charged, that will be anion. So cations are the positively charged species. Okay, and anions are the negatively charged species. Okay, you are getting my point. Very simple. Now, when cation will form and when anion will form. Normally, when an atom or an element release electron, it will form a cation, because in the structure of the atom, the number of electron will be less. If it release one electron, it will have a species that will contain the less number of electron than the parent element. Simple. If it release one electron, then the less number of electron it will contain than the parent element, so it will get a positive charge. Okay, because there the number of proton will be same. Number of proton will be same, but the number of electron will be less. Okay, that's why the charge of the proton will be there. Normally in an element, the number of proton is equal to the number of electron. The number of proton is equal to the number of electron. So if that element release one electron, so number of electron will be less. So the charge of the proton will show the element. That means it will get a positive charge. Okay, so normally metal will form the cation. Say Na is a metal. It's having 11 number of proton and 11 number of electron. 11 number of proton and 11 number of electron. Okay, now when it releases one electron, the number of proton becomes because it is not releasing proton, it is releasing the electron. Number of electron become 10, but the number of proton becomes same. So the charge of that species which is becoming now, that will be shown by the positive charge, because here the number of proton, the charge of number of proton is higher than the charge of electron. So proton will show the charge. Okay, so here this one is for cation. So normally when metal releasing one electron, it will form a cation. That means one element release one electron, it will form a cation. One electron, two electron, whatever it will release, that will be the charge of that cation. If calcium having 20 proton and 20 electron, now it will release 2 electron to get stable. Okay, so here it will form calcium 2 plus, so proton will be 20, electron will be 18. So number of proton is higher, so it will form 2 plus. Now by that you can know about the charge also, and it is the valency also. Here the charge of sodium is here +1, and it is the valency +1, and it is the valency of the calcium also. So by looking at the charge of the ion, we can know about the valency of that metal or of that element. Okay, now these two are the cation. And anion, see, chlorine having 17 proton and 17 electron. Now if it takes one electron, here the number of proton becomes 18 and number of electron becomes, number of proton becomes 17, number of electron becomes 18. So number of electron is higher here, so it will get Cl negative. It will get Cl negative. Now this concept is only applicable for ICSA 7 only. Okay, understood? So here this one is anion, and this one is uni-negative charged. Okay, say oxygen having 8 proton and 8 electron. So it takes 2 electron. Normally these are non-metals, so non-metal will take electron. Okay, non-metal will take a electron, and to get the stability. Whenever you will go in class 8 video, you will see the class 8 video, you will normally able to understand why these are accepting electron they are releasing. Here you have to know about like this, that these are non-metal, so they will accept electron. So here oxygen is accepting 2 electrons, so number of proton becomes 8, number of electron becomes 10. So here the oxygen will be signified by the charge of electron 2 minus. So this is also shown that the charge of oxygen is 2 minus. That means valency of oxygen is 2 minus. Okay, so you can learn two difference between cation and anion. Cations are the positively charged species, anions are the negatively charged species. Most metals will form the cation by release electron. Non-metal will form the anion by accepting electron. Okay, in cation the number of electron is less than its parent atom. In cation the number of electron is less than the parent atom. Here the number of electron is 10, here the number of electron is 11. So number of electron less than the parent atom. But for anion the number of electron is greater than the parent atom. So these two are the difference between your cation and anion. Now anions may have some 2 or 3 different elements may join together to form an anion also. Okay, so just you have to remember the name of the anions and their charges. Some of the examples I am giving, you have to remember. Okay, so sodium is an element. Its charge is, that is valence is plus 1, and it will form a cation which is Na plus. Calcium is valence is plus 2, valency this one, and what ion it will form, it is the calcium 2 plus. Okay, your magnesium is charge is plus 2, it will form magnesium 2 plus. Potassium is plus, charge is plus 1, it will form potassium plus. Okay, these are the common cations you have to remember. Okay, name sodium, calcium, magnesium, potassium, their charges and their ions. You have to remember these things. Okay, and now I am giving some anions. Hydroxyl ion OH minus, its valence is -1, its charge is, that means name of that or formula of that anion is OH minus. Says Cl, chlorine having minus charge. Chlorine having minus charge, it is Cl minus. Okay, bromine having valency, these are the valency -1, this is Br minus. Same as iodine -1, this is I minus. Okay, same as your some groups are there. Okay, like carbonate, you have to remember the name carbonate. This is CO3 2 minus, this is the formula of carbonate, and valence is -2. Okay, ammonium ion NH4 plus, you have to remember its valence is +1. Okay, sulfate ion, anion, actually this one is SO4 2 minus. This formula you have to remember, SO4 2 minus, and its charge is -2. Okay, so other ions are there, so this example you have to remember. Okay, so if you like this video, then do like and subscribe my channel, and if you want to understand again this chapter or this topic, you can ask me on over comment box. I will make another video on this, so you'll get it proper. Okay, so thank you students.